we were going to start to fall. And now, after last night's conference call with the conference presidents and chancellors, said, hey, we'll take Colorado. Come on over. Come on back to the Big 12. It was unanimous, and then they just needed to get the final approval, and it's a done deal.
And I think the biggest precursor here, guys, is when USC and UCLA had the audacity to leave the Pac-12 for a huge nut that they're going to get in the Big Ten. I think at that point, guys, everybody else was kind of like, well, let's see here. If they're going to get the money and they're going to leave, why not us take a look at it? Now, I'm sure that the Ray Andersons of the world at ASU and folks down at U of A kind of, well, okay, they're leaving, so here's a chance for us to maybe dominate, improve and dominate the Pac-12. But then also they're going, wait a second, they're going to make that much money. Oh, we don't have a TV rights package money. We don't know how much we're going to make. The Big 12 is knocking on our door. We haven't returned their phone call yet. It looks as though this team's going to make $35 million a year. That's what Colorado's projected to make.
31.7.
31.7. They're going to get that first year out of the chute. So
that's
all of a sudden,
their share of the first year.
So all of a sudden, that becomes a little more enticing as to not knowing what they're going to get now. But if the information we just talked to Yogi Ross says it's coming out in a week or so to see what those numbers are going to be, now you can shop at that point. And if they say, well, you're going to make 25 plus this, and this, and the Big 12's going, well, you're going to get at least minimum 31.7 your first year, maybe you get a negotiation at that time if you want to go do that versus your net loss or net gain. So I think here's still a long way to go with all the other teams in the Pac-12.
I'm still under the impression that you're going to see somebody else bolt.
And definitely.
Definitely, right? And it's either going to be Utah, it's going to be Oregon or Washington. And if another team bolts, then all hell is going to break loose. That's it.
Well, I think all hell's already broken loose, Jimmy. You lost
Colorado,
USC. You've already lost. It's all hell's broken loose, man.
Yeah, but you're talking about...
The bats are coming out of Hades.
You're talking about waiting to see what Cleaclough or Clough-Cleve or Cleaclough, whatever his name is going to come
George
up
Cleaclough.
with. Thank you. Him too. With the television offer. And so far, there's nothing.
Well,
Rock made a great joke when he read off what Cleaclough said at the Pac-12 media day.
Well, we laughed about that last week.
Yes.
Nothing to see here.
Nothing.
According to Yogi Roth, it sounds like something's going to come to fruition here, whatever that's going to be. And quite frankly, guys, I think a for sure scenario of what you're going to makes it more attractive than, we think we might get this. We might be here or there. It just sounds like with the Big 12, bang, here's the deal.
That's it.
Well, last thing was reported 2 years ago. Each Pac-12 team got $19.8 million, roughly.
Right.
All right, so let's say $20 million.
Yep.
So the Buffs are now going to get another $11 million more. All right. I mean, that's a lot of money.
It is.
One thing that I noticed is there's no exit fee. The Pac-12 doesn't have an exit fee.
It's interesting.
Whereas a lot of other conferences have had them, and I know the research I've done, it's very limited in the sense of what each conference does, but they're all different across the board.
Yes, they are.
San Diego State was getting a bunch of crap from the Mountain West for leaving, and there was I don't remember what that number was.
It was 17. 17 if they would have left.
Yeah.
Now, since they're back in, it's 35.
Yes.
It's crazy. I know.
And the main reason was they couldn't afford to leave.
They
wanted to leave.
Yes.
So you don't mean there's any San Diego State boosters out there that can?
They couldn't afford 17. How are they going to afford 35?
So what it says here is the exit fee for leaving the Pac-12 conference depends on the notice given by the departing school. If the school provides 1 year notice of departure by June 30th, the exit fee is 3 times the average per member conference distribution payment for the preceding year, or an estimated $16.5 to $17 million. If the school gives less than 1 year, the exit fee doubles. However, the Pac-12 conference has no exit fee, but the conference has grant media rights through 2024.
Colorado
They
made off
it.
like a bandit.
Timed it perfectly.
Wow.
Funny how that happened.
Yep.
So when does the Pac-12 end? Oh, man, it's not good. Hey, we're going to talk Cardinal football in the next hour, get you caught up with some of the top stories, which we're talking about it, and that is Colorado is officially in the Big 12 beginning next year. So,
welcome back, Buff.
Deion Sanders.
Be on Coach Prime.
Prime time.
He's got some clout,
Yeah,
Rock.
at least
15.
At least we talk college football. We're out here at Twin Peaks in Scottsdale. Hope you're having a good day. It's warm out there. At least the sun's not out.
10.
We'll come back with hour number 3.
You're looking for a change in your career path or just looking to get back into the employment market again? Look no further. All City Towing is searching for motivated teammates to join their team. Current openings are in the areas of customer service, tow truck operators, yard management, facilities maintenance, and dispatch. If you're looking for a challenging yet rewarding opportunity, a great benefits program including 401k program with a generous company match, and a company that is a leader in the industry, apply online at allcitytowing.com/careers. Or call All City's HR department at 480-833-7278. All City Towing is Arizona's largest towing transport vehicle storage provider, locally owned and invested within the communities they service. If you enjoy helping others by providing great customer service, working as a team, and possess great communication skills, All City is for you. Apply online at allcitytowing.com/careers or call 480-833-7278. That's allcitytowing.com.
It pays to listen. Open your free iHeartRadio app and listen to this station to be entered to win $5,000. Each day you come back to listen on the iHeartRadio app is another entry. The more you listen, the more chances you have to win. Download the free iHeartRadio app for access to winning like never before.
Check is good, the experience is smooth, and the reviews online are wonderful at givesmethevin.com. They don't call us America's best car buyer for nothing.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Two boxing giants face off this Saturday as Errol Spence Jr. and Terrence Crawford battle it out in the ring. And DraftKings Sportsbook has you covered on the action. New customers, strike now and get $150 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5. If you still got some more fight in you, check out all the MMA action DraftKings Sportsbook has to offer. Bet on your favorite fighters and feel the excitement like never before. Don't miss out on the fight everybody's talking about. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code HEADLOCK. New customers can get $150 in bonus bets instantly when they bet just $5. That's code HEADLOCK, only on DraftKings Sportsbook. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 and over in most eligible states, but age varies by jurisdiction. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details and state-specific responsible gambling resources. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. Eligibility and deposit restrictions apply. Terms at sportsbook.draftkings.com/boxing terms.
Do you have heart failure and often hear,
"Those stomach issues ruined your birthday"?
"You're too tired to play catch, Grandpa."
Sweetie, you haven't touched your tools since the carpal tunnel syndrome diagnosis.
If these seemingly unrelated symptoms sound familiar, talk to your cardiologist. Ask about transthyretin amyloid cardiomyopathy, or ATTR-CM, a rare and underdiagnosed disease that gets worse over time. Learn more at connecttoyourheart.com. That's connecttoyourheart.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
The Herd with Colin Cowherd. Tomorrow from 10 to 1. This is KGME Phoenix, KESC HD2 Phoenix. Listen on the free iHeartRadio app for all your music.
And do we want the top of the hour open for the
off to regroup from yesterday's loss
top
to
stories?
The Cardinals that dropped them to 3-9 since the All-Star break. They face the Mariners for a weekend set starting tomorrow.
Do you want top stories open?
Received a $2.4 million raise for this season in a deal made prior to training camp. He also received a $300,000 signing bonus. The Coyotes announced they signed 2022 third overall pick Logan Cooley to a 3-year entry-level contract. And the Pac-12 CEO group called for a meeting this afternoon in response to Colorado's likely departure from the conference to go to the Big 12. I'm Frank Garrity on Fox Sports 910, available everywhere on the free iHeartRadio app.
Now's your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Cash. That's cash. Enter it now at foxsports910.com.
This is the Parker & Sons Weather Center. For all your AC, plumbing, and electric needs, call Parker.
For tonight, look for mostly clear skies, temperatures dipping down
30 seconds.
90s. And then for your Friday, slight chance of storms, with those temperatures topping out close to 113 degrees. For the Fox 10 weather experts, I'm Ty Brennan.
This report is sponsored by your Valley Toyota dealers. Summer's a great time to get a new Toyota. Choose from best-selling models. Toyotas like Camry, Corolla, Highlander, RAV4, Tundra, Tacoma, and more. Visit and here we go 10 Valley Toyota dealers or valleytoyotadealers.com today. Toyota, let's go places.
Time for the top local and national stories of the hour. Powered by the Sportsbook at CAZ Sports Bar in Casino, Arizona. Bet big on your favorite teams and players in an environment that's as exciting as the game you're watching. There's no better place in the Valley to get in on the action. The Sportsbook at CAZ Sports Bar. Now, guys, what's your top story this hour?
Colorado going to the Big 12. That's the big story. It's official, which leads us to our State 48 Roofing It's Your Call question today. Should Arizona State leave the Pac-12 for the Big 12? And your two choices are yes or no. So go to our Twitter page at Rock and Manuch, and we'd love to know what you think.
So far, Rock, 72.7% say yes, and no is at 27.3%.
I'm surprised you didn't have run on there as fast as you can.
You know what? I just think that if you're like Ray Anderson and I forget the guys, is it Hickey down there at U of A, you're probably frustrated, but you're probably going to sit tight to see what comes out of this new media package, what's in it for you, the exposure, how it's going to enhance your program. But if somebody knocks on your door, keeps calling and says, hey, look, here's the dollars and cents, here's the pros that we have to offer you, so on and so forth. I know you look at it, but why would you stay? I know it's a great conference in Pac-12, but they've been doing a whole lot of nothing the last several years. And, the Big 12 has got, they've got, going to playoffs, especially 12 games expanded. Mm-hmm. They'll probably have more expanded. You get bigger markets. You're going to get part of that Texas market, et cetera, et cetera. So I don't know. It's going to be. I think you have to take a hard look at it for ASU and U of A.
Is Oregon the last Pac-12 team to be in the championship game?
I believe so. Yeah. Oh, Utah, Oregon, one of the two.
Oh,
Utah's been.
You mean the Pac-12 championship?
No. I mean,
listen, Oregon.
Yeah, or Auburn. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. The BCS championship. Oregon was the last one. Huh?
Washington against Alabama. Oh, you're talking about championship.
Yeah. Go away.
So the Big 12, Brett McMurphy's reporting about 12 minutes ago that the Big 12 will add between 1 and 3 schools.
Wow.
With Colorado for 2024. The league will first seek others from the Pac-12 first. If none decide to do so, then the Big 12 will add one group of the 5 from the Group 5.
Right.
One from the Group 5, either UConn, Memphis, San Diego State, or UNLV to even out the numbers for 2024.
All right.
San Diego State would be intriguing. And the only reason why I say that is because the basketball program has now kind of made a turn. I mean, shoot, they were in the final.
And this so-called
UConn
market.
in there, everybody keeps talking about UConn because you get that East Coast as well.
But they're not popular at all.
I don't know why it always comes up.
Never.
When you think of UConn, I'm like, whatever. I think of their basketball program years ago.
Yes. Yeah, but with Jim Calhoun.
Yeah, that's it. But, so here it is. Baylor, BYU, Cincinnati, Houston, Iowa State, KU, Kansas State, Oklahoma State, TCU, Texas Tech, UCF, West Virginia, and CU. It's pretty weak. Let's be honest. It's weak.
You got
the Big 12 is weak.
Yeah, especially with OU and Texas leaving.
We're talking too much about it today. Let's change the subject.
But you got my K-State Cats right there, man. TCU's in the thick of it.
We talked about this earlier. All these teams have had a run.
They all have had a run.
Just once a decade.
Yep.
TCU's been very consistent the last several years. Gary Patterson,
they're new to the
the last 10 years they've been in the thick of it.
But when you have that many schools, you only have 1 or 2 good football teams.
Didn't Iowa State come out and beat Oregon in the Fiesta Bowl just 2 years ago or 3 years ago?
There's games, you win games. I mean, big deal.
Wait a minute. Well, you're downplaying everything.
No, I'm not. I'm talking about dominance in a whole year, and I'm saying these schools have had 1 or 2 good years a decade.
What are you talking about?
Baylor was on a run for a little while. BYU, whatever. Cincinnati had 1 good year. Houston had maybe 1 or 2 good years. Iowa State, they really have never been. KU has never been. Kansas State's been above average. Oklahoma State they've sniffed some winning.
Yes, they have.
TCU, yes, they've been good.
Yeah.
Texas Tech, whatever. UCF, one good year. West Virginia, never. CU, never. And whoever this next school is going to be. So let's just stop with the Big 12.
Whoa, Rock.
Yeah,
Look at the last. Well, hold on, Jimmy.
Okay,
look at the last 10 years, Rock. You look at the
All right,
TCU.
Jeff, I want you to look
at the
I want
Kansas
you to look at
States.
Big 12 against the other big conferences. I'm sure
But
it's
they've
there.
been in major bowl games. Like Oklahoma
Nobody
State.
can get in a bowl game.
Oh, no.
Yes,
Stop
it.
Time out, Rock.
Stop it.
The football's all about playoff now, right?
Now it is.
Okay,
Yes.
so
Now it is.
name a good playoff team here of all the schools I just announced.
K-State was
were-
in the playoff.
I guess Oregon.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm talking 1 year.
Well,
Now, playoff
I
hasn't been around, but even BCS. If you look at the BCS and you look at national championships, none of those
Well, wait a
schools have
minute.
been there.
Whoa. There's no Pac-12 teams in those.
Am I talking
at
about
all.
the Pac-12? I'm talking
No,
about
but
the
I'm
Big
just
12.
saying. I know what you're saying here.
I'm just saying
but you're
too
making.
much credit's going to the Big 12.
I disagree. I think.
I mean, there's the SEC and the Big 10, and that's it.
Okay, prior to Oklahoma and Texas looking to leave, they were in the OU was in the thick of it all the time.
We're talking the new Big 12
Okay,
now.
but all
the new
those
Big 12 now is pretty weak.
I can give you all. You look at the week; they're either in the Fiesta Bowl, they're major bowl games.
Well, you got to remember, a lot of these bowl games are tied to the Big 12.
Besides-
For the longest time, the Fiesta Bowl and the Insight Bowl are tied to the Big 12 and the Big 10.
You can say that about the Big 10.
They
Not
have
ties.
ties.
You're gonna
They have ties. The SEC has ties to bowl games.
You're gonna try to compare the Big 10 to the
Didn't
Big 12.
Utah go to the Sugar Bowl and kick Alabama's ass all over the field?
They're not in the Big 12.
So they will be.
Okay, but we're talking.
I understand. I understand.
To my
what
point,
you're
we're
saying
talking
here.
about July 27th, 2023. The new Big 12, the way
all
it looks,
they've all
does
been
not
in
move the
major
needle
bowl. They've
for
all
the
been in
average
major
fan.
bowl games.
For the everybody.
So, wait a minute. So you asked me. You asked me.
40 effing bowl games.
I'm
Jimmy.
well aware of that.
Of course, they're going to get in there.
You asked me earlier in the show. Well, if you're just watching Cincinnati, then you're not paying any attention. Then you said, well,
I
what
never
about
said
the
those-
SEC?
I never said
Wait a
those
minute.
words.
Wait, yes. So here I'll give you the comparison. So you want me to watch an SEC game over a Big 12 game, and the SEC game is Mississippi State against Vandy.
Okay.
I'm going to watch the Big 12
You're going to
game.
watch Cincinnati, Iowa State.
I would.
Because you worked in Iowa. But because
I worked in
those small
Cincinnati. I
markets.
worked in those
I know.
places.
It's different. But
So-
I'm talking about the average fan is
Average
not
fan
going to be
is not
compelled
gonna watch Vandy,
to watch
Mississippi
No,
State.
but the average fan is not going to be compelled to the new Big 12. It's not like that's going to be appointment television. It's just not. SEC is going to always trump it.
Always
Big 10's going
does.
to trump it
Yes,
too.
I know that.
And until the Pac-12 merges with the ACC,
If you're okay, it's the SEC and the rest of them. We can admit that.
I
But-
think the Big 10.
Okay,
with-
Ohio State, Michigan.
All right, and now
After
the
that-
new Big 10 with USC and UCLA.
They got.
Come
they-
on, they're
Oh, I
sniffing.
agree.
But
I
that's
agree.
I think
Here.
it's the SEC. Well,
Big
same with
10.
the Big 12. This
Okay,
is
yes,
next year.
SEC, Big
SEC,
10,
Big
and
10, then
Big
everybody
12,
else.
Then Big 12.
Then everybody else.
But you don't poo-poo the Big 12 when you got schools that are consistently in big bowl games that are winning the conference
What do you
championship.
consider a big bowl game in there?
Look at TCU upset Michigan
There's
last year in the
12 bowl
playoffs.
games a week. There's 8 bowl games
Wait,
in the
but
year.
you work for the Fiesta Bowl committee.
Exactly. We're in
Yes.
the playoff.
Yes.
I want an SEC
Okay.
school.
All right,
I don't want.
This
I don't
is
want.
what Rock wants. It's
No,
not-
Hold on, Jimmy.
no, it's when it sells tickets.
Yeah,
Jimmy. TCU doesn't sell tickets.
Yes, they do.
They beat Michigan last year in the bowl.
Doesn't mean
Fiesta Bowl.
yeah, but they didn't sell tickets.
What
Game
are you
wasn't
kidding me?
sold out.
Well, they won. I don't care about who sells out.
It's a business, Manuch.
That's all he's interested in.
Well, that's what it is. Let's be honest. Yogi Ross did the same thing. It's
Yeah.
all about money now.
It
It's not
is.
about football.
And then K-State won the Big 12
you
championship.
guys need to get out of your old.
No, don't give me that old crap. You're lost in space.
College football is all about the business and making money.
It is.
That's
That's
not
what it
about.
is.
It's not about the wins and
3
losses
minutes.
anymore. And Yogi Roth, who's more educated in this than any of us, he said that precisely. It's not about the wins and losses. It's about the
Hey,
money.
let me
That's
tell you,
correct.
folks that are fans are looking at their team. Where are they going? Are they winning the conference championship? What bowl game they go to?
That's
They
fine,
don't
but
care.
for that, if other than we're talking football here,
Yeah.
BYU has the biggest fan base of all these schools.
Yeah.
How much do they have? Where are they selling out at?
No, I'm just saying overall fan base. Because the Mormon community, BYU's probably got the biggest fan base.
Well, the Mormon.
I don't know a lot of
religion
Baylor
is national.
fans.
Yeah.
I don't know a lot of Cincinnati fans. I don't know a lot of Houston
it's all
fans.
predicated
I don't know
on who
Iowa
Rock
State.
knows.
No, being freaking realistic.
Come on.
It's nothing
I know what
to
he
do
means
with
about
me.
the BYU
I'm just
fans.
telling you, there are not a lot of KU football fans.
No.
There are. I am going to agree with you because K-State travels.
2 minutes.
Okay? Oklahoma State travels.
Iowa State
TCU
travels.
They
travel.
I worked with them. Iowa travels, not Iowa State. Texas Tech doesn't travel. UCF doesn't travel. West Virginia doesn't travel. CU doesn't travel. So if we're talking about business, we're talking about putting fans and asses in seats.
Yep.
The Big 12 is not going to. It's not a big.
Well,
draw.
I will say this: if right now with the championship, with the expansion going to 12 teams,
Yep.
you'll see more of those teams in there. I mean, you'd had TCU in there last year. You had K-State, Okie State, and then you look at from that standpoint, they've got the teams that are there. Now you're losing. Texas. I get that, but I mean, from the routes that are left, UCF has had decent programs. Cincinnati
1 minute.
will have a
but
good
they're
program.
average programs. Just to be honest, they're average. They just that's
Cincinnati was undefeated until with the last couple of games last year.
Okay, but they're still average programs.
Well, what the hell is the Pac-12?
Those are programs that these head coaches do well, have their 2 years, and then they go to an SEC school.
Not Cincinnati.
Or they go to another big school. What? He went to Wisconsin.
Well, okay, but
I mean, come on, he got out of there.
But he
You're
left.
a good head coach. You leave.
Luke Fickell.
Yes.
Yeah. Here's
Ohio
the thing,
State.
though. What's going to change is a lot of those guys may now stay with the expansion, knowing that they've got the recruits and the teams that can get there. They don't need to go to Wisconsin or Minnesota, or whatever else.
You're at Kansas State. Oh, I can't. Oh, I can't wait for the Cincinnati Bearcat game. Oh, I can't wait for University of Houston to come in. Or West Virginia. Come on, guys.
Yeah, but
be realistic.
We can break.
When it comes to the generalization of the fan base, this conference does not have huge fan base.
I played it. I disagree. It's got
do
great
too.
fan base.
Big
That's all they
eight.
got.
That's how small they were.
Their fan bases are all
I'm just saying, but it doesn't move the needle on television. It's not getting big ratings when these teams play.
Yeah, but when the expansion of that big of the
we're talking about expansion.
Yeah, but if they have a great record and they go to the playoffs, you'll see all eyeballs on those teams
because it's the playoffs, and you're going to watch no matter who's in it.
Yeah, but if I see,
I can see Ohio U and the MAC in the playoff. I'm going to everybody's going to still
he's
watch
not going to
it.
change his mind.
No,
he's not going to change.
Go
No.
K-State. Go watch that.
If you didn't go to K-State, I guarantee you're.
I didn't go to any of those schools, and I disagree with you.
Well, you work in those little markets. I mean, Cincinnati Bearcats? Are you kidding me? University of Houston. These guys
They're
are
undefeated.
These guys were in like the I don't know, the USA conference like just a few years ago.
No, they were the
Come on.
AAC.
Yeah, exactly. The AAC.
Well-
Can you tell me what it stands for?
Yeah, the American Athletic Conference.
Very good. I'm glad somebody.
Well, I
knew that.
work in the business.
Okay, but I guarantee not.
I had
people
to
didn't know
call
that.
games in the AAC.
It's Rocky Manuch, Jimmy B, Fox Sports 9.
All clear. From the Valley Toyota Dealers Traffic Center.
Here's what's up so far this afternoon. A car fire blocking the northbound 51 transition over to eastbound 101. Behind that, heavy delays back to Union Hills. A lot of traffic downtown Phoenix, a little stretch 10 westbound from the mini stack over to 7th Avenue. A crash on Chandler Boulevard in Kyrene. Also one on Beardsley and 31st Avenue. I'm Lee Powell, Valley Traffic.
This report is sponsored by